Hello YouTube, my name's Nero and today we have some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to announce the Supremacy DLC for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This, of course, is going to be the third DLC pack released for Advanced Warfare. It's going to bring with it 3 brand new multiplayer maps, 1 remastered map, which is definitely going to be pretty awesome, as well as a brand new Exo-Zombie experience. So what we usually do in these videos is I show you the trailer in its entirety, as well as I give you timestamps, so just in case if you would like to skip past the trailer, if you've already seen it, you can skip past that and go right to the breakdown. But for those of you guys that haven't seen the trailer yet, it's actually going to be playing right here in the video in its entirety, and then after the trailer is over, we're going to go ahead and discuss what we saw in that trailer. So here's going to be the trailer. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the other side.
Hardpoint secured. I'm hit! At the bow! Skylight activated.
Welcome to Camp Irons, grunts. Time to test those skills.
Get our flag. Orbital care package on standby.
Shut those corners, damn it! There's no room for laziness here.
See the propane tank! Ground level! Get the satellites back! Satellite acquired.
You bastard! You shot Oz!
Load him up. Trap is up.
Bomb detected.
Don't let them defuse the bomb! Hell yeah!
Line them up.
Get the Supremacy DLC pack and all upcoming Call of Duty Advanced Warfare DLC packs for one great low price with the Season Pass.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Supremacy DLC definitely looks pretty good. Going to be coming out on June 2nd on Xbox Live first, meaning that is going to be 1 week from now at the time of this video being recorded and being posted up to YouTube. So that's pretty interesting that they're releasing the trailer like this. Like, you know what? In exactly 1 week's time, you're going to have a brand new DLC in Advanced Warfare. Kind of sad to see, but there's no weapon in this. At least there wasn't a weapon in the trailer. Like, what's up with that? The first DLC, we got the 84. The second DLC, we got the OHM. Of course, we got free DLC in the form of the M1 Irons, as well as the SAC 1.5s, and the royalty weapons are now available via supply drops and advanced supply drops. So I would suppose, I guess that could count as a new weapon, but they gave it to us a little bit early. Who knows? I guess we'll have to see about that. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, in 1 week, this DLC is going to be going out. Let's go ahead and look at these maps. Let's talk about what they are and what they may play like. So let's go ahead and have a look at the first map, which is going to be Kremlin, which of course this looks like it's going to be set in Moscow, Russia, which is pretty cool. I like the theme of it. I like the colors. I like the aesthetic. There's a turret on this map, which is pretty interesting. We haven't seen turrets in Call of Duty maps in ages. They used to be kind of commonplace in Call of Duty. You know, you think back to Overgrown. Call of Duty 4 had a turret in the grandma house, as well as the other house across map. I forget the name of that building. And then, of course, you think of Ambush. It had a couple turrets on that map as well. You think of Modern Warfare 2's Wasteland. That had turrets on either side of the map. You think think of Modern Warfare 3's Bakar. I'm sure there's a lot more examples, but those are the ones that just immediately come to mind when I think of turrets in Call of Duty maps, but they're not as frequent as they used to be. A lot of games don't even have them anymore. You just don't see them. You just don't see these turrets anymore, so it's pretty interesting that it's going to be part of this map. I believe it's going to be the first Advanced Warfare map to actually have a turret in it, as well as it looks like it's in a pretty key position, so we're going to have to, of course, see how that's going to play out, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty contested area around that turret, but once again, we'll have to actually see when the map actually comes out and people actually play it. So there's going to be a map-based kill streak, or perhaps this is actually just part of the map that players can control, but it looks like a lot like the old IMS kill streak. You, of course, may remember the IMS from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 as well as Call of Duty Ghosts. It looks like there's just going to be a bunch of IMSs there, which is pretty interesting, but yes, the theme of the map is pretty cool. Moscow, Russia, I definitely like that. I like the buildings, I like the colors of the map. It just looks like a very fun map in general, so looking forward to playing on that. The next map we're going to be looking at is going to be called Parliament, which is, looks like it's going to be set at the Palace of Westminster, or at least somewhere near that over there in the UK. Now keep in mind, guys, I don't know much about geography. I don't know much about the United Kingdom because I live in America. But I googled it and it looks like the Palace of Westminster is what that looks like. But it looks like it's going to be basically set as a background theme though, because you look at the trailer itself, it's like, hey, this is Parliament. Look at these big British buildings. Look at this clock tower. Then it's like, oh, well, I guess you're going to be playing on a boat, I guess. It looks like the map itself is actually set on a dock or a boat area, and the majority of the gameplay is going to be featured there, whereas the Parliament buildings and all that stuff in the background are just going to be kind of just that. They're going to be background, it looks like. But it also looks like there's going to be a map-based kill streak called the Skylight, ? I don't know. They called in, and then a bunch of these missiles come down. One's going to assume that you can get that from a care package on this map as well. But yeah, it's definitely looking like a map that could have been really cool just by the entire idea it's over there set in the UK. You could have put it in the city, could have put it out there in the streets, but instead we're going to be on a boat instead, I guess, which is pretty weird. The next map we're going to be looking at is going to be called Compound. Now, in the trailer itself, they call it Camp Irons, I believe they said, and it really just kind of looks like it's going to be kind of like a close quarters, fast-paced military training facility, which I gotta say, that's showing up in a lot of FPS games now, right? That's just a map idea that a lot of games are starting to take on, and I think it's a little bit uninspired, if you ask me. Just the entire idea of a fast-paced, close quarters training facility has been used in a couple games, not just Call of Duty. Titanfall also comes to mind, as well as games that have actually taken that idea for a map and incorporated it in one way or another. So we'll have to see. I mean, we didn't really see much about this map from this trailer. There wasn't really a whole lot to point out. It just looks like it's going to be very fast-paced, very close quarters, very hectic, and you're going to have this guy basically yelling at you to check your corners and stuff like that, which does kind of seem funny. They're adding a comical element to the map, I suppose. That seems pretty interesting. But the fourth and final map that we're going to be talking about is going to be called Skyrise. Skyrise, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a remastered version of Highrise from Modern Warfare 2. So take a look at this, guys. This map looks fantastic. People have been asking, right? People have been asking for a remake of Highrise for ages, ever since Modern Warfare 3 came out, and they were releasing DLC for that game. People are crying out, pleading, if you will, to allow us to play on Highrise again. Bring back Highrise, put it in this game. It'll be so much fun. Then, of course, during Call of Duty Ghosts, we're like, bring back Highrise. Come on, Highrise. We all loved Highrise. Let's play on some Highrise again. And they never actually, of course, added to the game. Here in Advanced Warfare, though, we are remaking Highrise. It is going to be in the game, and it looks fantastic. It looks like we're going to be on top of a building again, but you look at the background there, we got these weird monuments in the background. We got lots of cool looking stuff here going on with this map, and I'm going to hope, right? I'm going to hope that this map has a bunch of cool Easter eggs, the same way that Highrise had, right? I want to be able to jump out of the map, climb up the ladder, go across the building, and get on top of the tippy top of the roof there where there's a bunch of teddy bears. That's where I want to go. I want to be able to get up there. I'm telling you, I really want to get up there. I want to get up to that spot with my exosuits. I want to be able to jump down, and I want to be able to do some cool stuff with that. That's what I'm really hoping for. I'm hoping that crane, right? I'm hoping that crane is part of this map, and it's going to allow me to run out there on the crane, and I'll be able to jump off of that, and then double jump and dash, do all kinds of crazy stuff to get back onto the map. I want that crane to play a factor in this map. That's what I really want to see, man. They could do some really cool stuff with the verticality that Highrise had, and keep in mind, it had a ton of verticality and tons of things for you to do in Modern Warfare 2 where we didn't have Exos. So here in Advanced Warfare, where we do have Exos, this map should be bonkers, and it sounds like a whole lot of fun to me. The final thing that we're going to be getting with this DLC is going to be a new zombies experience that is going to be Exo-Zombies Carrier. So it looks like it's set on a boat, and I'm hoping, guys, that you're allowed to go on top of the boat. That's a really unique idea for a zombies map, being able to get on top of the boat, like where you can see the ocean. You know, I want to see that. I think that would be pretty interesting. I'm really hoping that you don't spend the entirety of this Exo-Zombies map actually down, you know, down below deck, where you're actually just inside a boat, which essentially is going to be a lot like just being inside a building from what we've seen from this trailer here. I mean, just looking at it, looks like, it looks like you're kind of in a building, even though we're supposedly out there on a carrier boat. So hopefully, the hope here is that it actually has some boaty elements to it, and we can actually enjoy that. We see that one of the main zombies characters that we've played as in the first 2 maps actually gets killed right here in the trailer. We actually saw that there were bombs and objectives going on. What? Maybe perhaps there's 2 different teams? Perhaps a grief mode is coming to zombies here? I don't know, guys. I don't know, but it looks like there's going to be some form of objective play in here. There's definitely going to be more than one team, apparently. Who knows if the other team's going to be controlled by NPCs, or if perhaps it can be controlled by other players. I don't know. Perhaps there's going to be an entire grief mode for this, but it looks pretty interesting nonetheless. Definitely looks pretty fun. Once again, I just really hope that they really kind of embrace the entire fact that they're on a carrier boat and don't just make us stay inside the entire time and just make it feel like we're just inside another building, you know. But let's explore the fact that we're out there in the ocean. Let's explore the fact that we're on a carrier ship. That's what I'm hoping this map actually delivers, as well as I'm interested to see, once again, the entire idea of having multiple teams in this particular edition of Exo-Zombies. So that looks pretty interesting to me, but ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the Supremacy DLC. It looks like a lot of fun. Once again, kind of disappointed it doesn't come with a weapon, but I'm also super stoked that they're bringing back the first reimagined map since Atlas Gorge, which was a pre-order bonus map. So I think it's pretty cool they're bringing back Highrise. I'm definitely looking forward to playing on the other new maps as well. I'm looking forward to playing the Exo-Zombies. I think it could be potentially a pretty good DLC. Now, what I usually do here, guys, is I try to rate the DLCs just from what I've seen from the trailer, and then, of course, after I actually play on the maps a bunch, I will go ahead and re-rate them to see if I was right. I usually can predict pretty well as to what maps are going to be fun, what maps I'm going to enjoy. So definitely, I think Skyrise is going to be my favorite map of the DLC because it's a remastered of Highrise. I think I'm really going to enjoy that. It looks like a whole lot of fun. Kremlin looks like it's going to be number 2 for me. I think Kremlin looks like it's going to be pretty awesome just because it's set in Moscow, Russia. It's got a turret on the map. It's got that weird map-based kill streak, as well. It just looks like it's kind of a more open map as well. It just has a really good setting to it, so I definitely like that. The map I think I'm like 3rd best is going to be Compound, just because it looks like it's going to be fast-paced, fun. Who knows, it could turn out to be one of those maps that everybody just really enjoys. Like, you think of Comeback, you know, that's a really fast-paced map that a lot of people seem to enjoy, but I think the reason they enjoy so much is the fact that it's really fast-paced. So we'll see if I enjoy Compound or not. Could be great, could be terrible, who knows. And the map I think I'm least excited for is probably going to be Parliament, just because it's like, hey, we're over there in the UK. Do you see that big building in the background, how cool that could be? Yeah, we're going to be on a boat. It's like, okay, then. So, I don't know. We'll have to see, of course, how Parliament's actually going to go out. But once again, if I had to rate them, it's going to be Skyrise number 1. I'm going to go with Kremlin as number 2. I'm going to go with Compound as number 3, and Parliament as number 4. Of course, in the comment section below, let me know your ratings of these maps so far. Which maps do you think you're most excited for, and will you be purchasing this particular DLC with the fact that it's not going to be coming with a weapon, right? Because I know a lot of people are really excited to buy a DLC if it comes with a weapon. The maps are just kind of a bonus, but since they gave us the M1 irons for free, and the SAC 1.5s and royalty weapons are essentially free by the fact that you can get them in supply drops and advanced supply drops, are you as excited for this particular DLC because we're not going to be getting a weapon? Let me know about that. Will you be purchasing this DLC? Well, I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Hopefully you guys will enjoy my breakdown of this trailer, and if you did enjoy the video, please remember to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves, and I sincerely hope you guys all have a wonderful day.